Thank you, sir. Good evening, everybody. I know it's late, we're all tired, and I just thank goodness for the cold room here to keep us awake. I see somebody's got a blanket back there. So, but I'd like to thank Secretary Rothenberg for the great job he did this year as Secretary. The Secretary's roles include taking minutes in all the e-board meetings, which is a very important way to communicate what's going on with the e-boards and the people within MIG. Another important job is running the elections here. I think Rothenberg has done an excellent job as Secretary of State to set down the rules as soon as we got here to make sure that everybody was aware of what was going on, what needed to happen. This session here of MIG, I've served as Majority Leader of the Senate. I feel like as Majority Leader of the Senate, I've made it my personal duty to make sure that first-year delegations, first-year delegates and small delegations are given specific interest in the speaking time to make sure that they are able to get the full MIG experience their first time here in hopes that they'll return again the next year. Not to say that we bar the big delegations, I fully support them as well, but I think that the small delegations and first-year delegates are definitely the lifeblood of this institution. That being said, I would love the opportunity to be Secretary of State because I see that as a possibility for the Secretary of State to overstep maybe, but I say expound upon their duties by supporting the Lieutenant Governor in their recruiting abilities. Currently, it's the Lieutenant Governor's job to make sure that recruiting is done. I see the Secretary of State and their utilization of the website and emails as a way of making sure that this recruiting process starts early, is effective, and make sure that these small delegations and first-year delegates come and get bigger. That being said, I'm interested in entertaining questions right now.
What type of past leadership skills do you possess?
Absolutely, great question. I served as a section chief for the state of Florida for the Order of the Arrow, Boy Scouts of America, for the state of Florida. I really appreciated this opportunity because it gave me the chance to speak in front of large groups of people, organize large events, recruit new members, recruit new large delegations from different lodges from around the state of Florida. It also gave me the opportunity, before I got that position, to serve as the secretary for that institution. As secretary, I took effective minutes at all the meetings. I also expanded upon my recruiting abilities there to make sure that our section got bigger. We actually became the #2 section in the nation while we were there. So I really appreciate that question. Yes?
I know it's pretty easy to take the minutes, but as far as expanding on the website, exactly what experience do you have with website design? And if you don't have the experience, who are you going to have to hire, and how much is that going to cost in our budget?
That is a great question. I'd love to answer that. Currently, past president, past majority leader, past president of the Senate, Scott McFarland, sitting in the back of the room, is our webmaster. I have already asked him, if elected, if he would like to continue on that role, and he has graciously accepted that role. I believe that using his abilities as webmaster while also incorporating a few of my new ideas, including having regularly updated minutes, as well as regularly updated reports from each e-board member on what they're doing as they're doing it. I think that's going to be a great way to go about it, as well as a way for you as the delegates to submit questions, to submit comments, to submit suggestions straight to the e-board. It would go straight to us, we'd hear it at our meetings, and it would not cost us a thing since Scott McFarland has agreed to do it free of charge. So, yeah. Thank you all for your attention.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.